if your goal is to make $1 million, what are you doing every day to get to that goal? Because it's not gonna come to you. And it starts as small as making your bed. It starts as small as not hitting snooze on that alarm clock. It starts at finding small things to shift your habits. I'm reading this book called Atomic Habits. This is the second time I read it.
Check me. It's deeper than cold. Yeah.
All right. In this episode of It's Deeper Than Code, we welcome Terry Arter, better known online as Stock Trader T, a passionate options trader, educator, and founder of Arter Capital. From losing his first trades to leading hundreds to financial freedom, Terry proves that trading is more than just charts. It's about discipline, conviction, and character. Today, we'll dive into how he turned trading losses into a platform that empowers others, the spiritual and psychological game of trading, building a trading brand rooted in faith and financial literacy, and why mindset matters more than the market. Should I run that one back?
No, that sounded fun.
Came out good?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, T, glad to have you here.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks for having me.
Anytime.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, to kind of get started, you can kind of like give us like a background of like how you guys started, how you got into this, and
Okay.
Please leave out the fact that you're a Virgo.
So I'm TAK, Stock Trader T. I've been option trading I've been in the market probably going on like 4 or 5 years now. A friend of mine introduced me to Robinhood, and then when I started with Robinhood, what happened was I started investing. And when I started investing heavy, I built my first portfolio around crypto. So things like Mara, Riot, things like that. And crypto was heavy at the time. So at the time, I had flipped my long-term investment port by like $30,000. And so I'm like, oh, this is easy money, because Bitcoin at the time was only like $3,500 in pre-COVID, on like March of 2019. So when I seen the fast money, I was like, oh, no, I could do this full time. So I started investing long-term more. Then I figured out what option was, and the rest is history.
That's what's up. So for some of the people watching, some people don't know what options are. Could you kind of like explain like what option is?
Yeah. So an option is basically a contract that has 100 shares inside of it, right? So basically, I look at it like wholesale. So let's just say you had you're Sagittarius, right? Let's say the Sagittarius had a vehicle for sale for like $1,000. And basically I say, hey, I'm gonna give you a deposit of $100. And then what's gonna happen is it has an expiration date. So I sit right here and say, hey, I'm gonna pay you the remaining $900 on Friday. You agree to, I got a contract. If her car goes up in worth, in the meantime, you technically can't sell your car because we're in contract together. So I simply find somebody like you that wants to purchase a car for now what it's worth, and I just made profit off of placing the deposit down. That makes sense?
Definitely.
Yeah, but then I got played.
No, you didn't get played. You locked in the contract. Yeah, you got paid what you wanted to at the time.
You're right. Should have waited a little longer.
And so also when we're dealing with options, we there's calls and there's puts. Can you tell the difference between like those two?
Yeah, so make it out like a cell phone. Okay, let's try to get your hands up. Yeah, no, this is an actionable signal. So make your hand like a cell phone. So if you're making a call, it's like you're picking up the phone. You're saying that the stock is going to go up. If you're making a put, you're saying that the stock is going down. It's like you're putting down the phone. That's the easiest way to remember it. So if I'm making a call, I'm basically saying, so say the stock is at $100. And I sit right here and say, hey, I want to make a call on this stock. As long as that stock goes to $100.01, I am now profitable, because I made a call on it. If I'm making a put, and it goes down to $99.99, I am now profitable because it moved in the direction in which I assumed.
Nice. And that's how people make money even when the market goes down, right?
Yeah, you can make money both ways. And that's the dope thing about option trading, because this is no offense to anybody or anything like that. So when it's like world catastrophes or anything like war, or like they just did a deal today with China, the market opens up futures market opens up at 6 p.m. on Sunday. So at 6 p.m., I will be trading, guessing that the market will continue to go up. If the tariffs, they agreed upon a deal, the market should shoot back up. So I'm able to enter early based off of futures, while the market really is going to open up at 9:30.
Futures. I'm always scared of those because I'd be frightened that I'm on, because the thing about options is like, okay, I put in 50, I can lose 50.
Yeah.
You know, say, but I also can make 500. So,
That's a fact.
but in futures, you know, you put in 50, I can make 5,000, but then also I can go negative, you know, a certain amount or whatever.
Just depends. So with futures, like they have prop firms. So you got a prop firm, and they give you an evaluation account. With the evaluation account, say you pass your evaluation account, and these evaluation accounts is only costing you like $100 or something, right? So if I pass my evaluation accounts, they now give me a performance account. Once they give me a performance account, they're going to charge me again like another $100. And with them charging me this, what happens is now I have a account that I can actually withdraw real money on. So I look at it like this, like so far as like with Apex Trader, right? Let's just say I mess up, I don't know, 50 accounts, and I blow, let's say, I don't know, what's that? I don't know, 100. Let's just say I blow like $1,500. It's only going to take me one account to pass to withdraw $2,000. So it's making me a better trader, and I have the option to possibly take a withdrawal of real money as long as I stay within those guidelines. So a lot of new beginners who are trying to trade, that's not trying to risk their money, just do a prop firm.
I mean, you send me that after.
Yeah, same. Add it to the group, please.
Gotcha.
When did you realize trading could be more than a side hustle?
When I started making what I was making at my job in 30 minutes. So I used to work for the post office, and I was making $280 a day. And then I started trading. I used to go in at 11, but I started trading at 9:30, and then I would be done by like 10:30, and then I would make what I made for the day. So I would go on and show my boss my phone, and I'd be like, "Hey, I woke up about this. Can I cuss? I don't know.
No, you good. You good.
Okay. I gotta ask, you know, I woke up about this bitch if you say the wrong thing to me, and I started trading more and making $280 a day. I was like, yo, I'm putting in 8 to 12 hours coming here. If I put 8 to 12 hours in the market, I'll make more money. So that's when I realized it was more side hustle.
No pun intended.
That's up. It's like, I will be. You say the wrong thing to me. Say one thing else.
You getting up though? You immediately quit.
Swear.
That's crazy. And here's the thing that because definitely like, especially like in the Black community or whatever, a lot of people are like really like skeptical about things all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's always crazy, like when you first like show somebody that like, hey, like, yes, you could put $50 in here, and the, you know, stock can change $5, $6, $7, $8 or whatever. And then now, you know, that $50 is not going to be $200, $300.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they're like, it's like they can't fathom the fact that can happen, and that you can consistently you won't be right all the time, but you can consistently be right because you know how to read the charts, etc. To anybody that's like thinking that, like, what would you say?
I mean, people, to be honest with you, I think a lot of people are so used to exchanging time for money.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to get in the mindset of changing information for money, right? So I usually pay for more information in order for me. So a lot of times people think like, oh, he's able to make $1,000 in 5 minutes, but they don't see the charting that I do 2 hours the night prior, or when I wake up 3 hours before the market to see what's going on in the market, to execute, to be able to make that in a small amount of time. So instead of me going to work for 8 to 12 hours to make $280, I'm sacrificing learning this information to make it in a shorter period of time. So the people who don't think they can do it or don't understand or can fathom it are stuck in like the matrix. You want to exchange your time for money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you quit your job, but what I'm telling you is if you lack a skill, you'll never be out of middle class, if that makes any sense. So, and that's okay. There's no disrespect to anybody. That's okay. But for me, it's not about the money. It's about the purpose. Mm-hmm. You know, so me being able to pick my son up from school or attend my son's games or things like that, if I just need to do 4 hours worth of charting to make a couple $1,000s, I mean, who wouldn't do that? If they tell you they was going to pay you to go to college, that's why a lot of people are staying in college longer now, because they got NIL deals. So why would I jump and go to the league to make some money when I can stay in college and get my degree and still possibly make the same amount of money? So it's all about perspective.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Definitely. That's crazy. And when you put it in perspective like that, it's it's almost like our preconditioning, like the way that our mind is at the moment, is like holding you back from like what you could have.
It's a slave mindset.
Exactly.
To me, I mean, I think it's a slavery mindset. Think about it. Harriet Tubman came back and told everybody we was free up north, and nobody believed her. So when you come back with financial literacy and say you can do this, they immediately believe it's a scam. They believe it's untrue. And then they think that only certain type of people can do that. When in reality, everybody has the same opportunity, but we fail to come together and share the information, or they expect to get it for free, or they expect, you got to pay attention. So if you're not willing to invest, if you go somewhere right now, if you had to wake up and you had to be somewhere and it was free, you wouldn't really care because you're like, I'll catch the next one. But if you invested thousands of dollars in there, you're going to make sure that you get there by any means necessary. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it is when they say financial freedom, it's really like, if I don't have financial freedom, I have a slave mentality of finances.
That was a bar.
Yep, we know what's going in the short.
My studio session after this. How do you handle losing streaks without losing your identity?
Oh, this is gonna go on the short too. So,
oh snap!
Yeah, this is gonna go on the short too. So 2 weeks ago, I lost $50,000. I lost $50,000. The reason why I lost $50,000 is because I wasn't in the correct headspace. And when you're not in the correct headspace, you're not supposed to trade. So I went against my rules. So when I understand the dynamics of me going against my rules, I'm okay with the loss, right? So instead of me, a lot of traders will jump to another strategy, or they'll be like, no, what I did was I did something to actually focus up. I had to take off, stop looking at the charts, understand what was the underlying issue with my mental, get clarity with my therapist, because therapy is important, with my therapist, and then tackle trade, not try to get it all back at once. A lot of people will revenge trade. I lost 50,000, I need to get 50,000. Then they down 100. And then now they're like, damn, I'm down 100. They're panicking and all that. No. So the following week, I ended up doing 23,000. So I didn't get it all back, but I'm on track to get it all back. So you got to be okay with the financial roller coaster, because that $50,000 I lost wasn't $50,000 out of my pocket. That was $50,000 that I gained from the market. So technically I'm playing with the house's money. Mm-hmm. So I'm not in a rush to get it back. I'm in a rush to make sure the next time that I trade that my mental has clarity, so I don't make the same mistake again.
Well, with your mental though, like, did that kind of make it worse?
Nah,
having a loss like that?
Nah, it just made me recalibrate and realize that stop prioritizing money. So, some people trading is an addiction. To people, that's like gambling.
I literally was thinking that, like, while you were saying that, I'm like, FanDuel.
Yeah, no, listen.
All the time. No, people do that all the time in a bad headspace, making a risky parlay.
Yeah. And it doesn't pan out. And what's crazy is more Americans are investing in sports betting than actually the stock market, which is crazy.
Yeah, that is wild to me, because that's just straight up just everything here's one thing about me.
Don't be shady, because I'm one of them. So let's keep it cute.
It's not gonna be cute. Don't worry.
Please keep it cute.
We still gonna be friends after. It's gonna be fun.
Okay.
I don't say mean things. So at the end of the day, it's every single one of these like markets that you'll trade in, whether it's trading in the markets, trading in crypto, or you're doing sports betting, etc. When you really think about it, sports betting isn't as crazy as people make it seem, because it's based on human behavior, right? Mm-hmm. That's what you're really, really deciding. Because when we're looking at the charts, sometimes we'll get like, I know me, I stopped doing this now. I used to like only think about like that there's no people behind these charts. It doesn't happen, but it's actually you're deciding like based on what occurred. Mm-hmm. Right. And what you're seeing in these trends, you think that people are going to do this. People are going to do that.
It's basically an analysis.
Exactly. And you could do the same thing in sports betting. It's like, hey, this team, Jimmy Butler is this. And I heard Ant has something with his baby mama. Blah, blah. Something like that. You're trying to figure out what's going to occur.
You also got to calculate that, as far as with sports betting, people thinking like, oh, yeah, this is supposed to happen. But who's getting the money? Vegas. So they're the same way you're calculating, they're calculating. That's why I tell people when they trade, we're retail traders. We're not hedge fund traders.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to think like the hedge funds. They don't care that we getting a little couple thousands of dollars because they're getting millions and billions. It takes $1 billion to move the market, right? So if you do what they're doing, then you should be successful, right? So like for companies, like when I talk about long-term investing, a lot of people think like, oh, how did you find that company, or how are you doing this? Or BlackRock is one of the largest financial, if not, I'm sorry, the largest financial companies in the world. So if you see they're investing in a new company, like you can pull it up right now on your computer. What are they investing in? See if the company is actually public, because they haven't made any bad investments. If BlackRock owns it, look at the top companies that they own. They're not going to fail. And so why wouldn't you invest in somebody that's already successful? Right? All you have to do is copy it. Warren Buffett said, I still read the 1969 newspaper because the blueprint of making money has never changed. Right? So all you have to do is copy what somebody else is doing that's successful and then remake it the same way Kobe got to the league by copying Jordan's moves. If you want to be great, you got to study the great.
Speaking of that, so I'm gonna throw a couple people at you and tell me your opinion, right? And if it gets too messy, don't worry, we'll cut it. All right.
I love this part.
First person I want to bring up, from oh man, what's her name again? What's her name again? From ARK. What's her name again? ARK Capital. Somebody Google that. What's her name again? It's killing me. And I know her name very well. It's going to piss me off. I can't remember it. Really quick. I'll just ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Who runs ARK Capital? ARK Capital.
Catherine Wood?
Yeah, Kathy Wood. Thank you. I didn't get a chance to ask ChatGPT. Yeah, Kathy Wood. Do you follow her at all and like the type of stuff she's investing in?
No, I don't follow her at all. I've heard of her before. And I know a lot of people who mimic her trades.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they said as far as like from the political standpoint and things like that. But I don't follow her trades exactly. I like to study the people that's been in the game a long time, but not saying you couldn't follow what she's invested in, but by the time you know what she's invested in, it might be too late. She could sweep the retail traders. It's a thing is buy the rumor, sell the news.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times people don't understand is before they announce news, we already seen it on the charts. You know what I'm saying? We already seen what was supposed to happen on the charts. If there is a large gap fill, then we know like, okay, there's a discrepancy here. Why is this gap here? So usually, for example, there was a gap on Friday before Trump said, I will buy stocks now. And then the market just blew up. And guess what it did? It filled that gap.
You want to know something dumb I did on Friday?
What?
I forgot I had two contracts open. I just left them. And I came back and was like, wait. Because I become trading with this new small account. I was trying to show, okay, you real small account or whatever. And so I guess I just kind of remember because it don't be important to me. It's only like a couple $100.
Yeah.
And so I had to, because I forgot I didn't sell all. I'd like, instead of selling all 10, I sold 8.
Yeah.
I left the other 2 because I was like, I was going to try to see because I already
left some running there.
Yeah. So I forgot about them. And then there was a big jump at like 3:00 or something like that.
What Trump said, buy stocks now.
Yeah. And then I came back and was like, wait, I could have I just missed that. And now I got to hold these all the way till Monday because they're going to be 0 DTE on Monday. I got to hold them. And I know they're not going to be at the same price now. Now I just like an automatic loss.
Basically, yeah. I mean, if you already profited off of something, or if you're down to like a large percentage, either you can you can cut it and take the little change, or you can just let it go. Because as long as you don't have the funds to convert the option contract, because what you don't know is you're still on the line for those 100 shares.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I've kept the contract over time, not realizing that it expired, and then they converted the 100 shares, because remember, a contract has 100 shares in it, and they converted the shares to my actual account because it's called exercising the contract. So I was like, oh shit, like I now own 100 shares of it. Now I gotta hurry up and sell these hundreds of shares. It worked out in my favor, but you gotta be very careful. If you walk away from leading contracts, I'm gonna just put a trail stop on there. Put a trail stop on there at a certain percentage, put a stop limit, whatever the case may be. If you're gonna walk away, if you're not physically looking at that trade, you have to put something there in place just in case it doesn't happen every time. I've been burned so many times by walking away that it's immediate to me that I'll put a trail stop on something and then hop in the shower and go do what I gotta do.
I was so pissed. I was not thinking at all. I'm having whole conversations and stuff like that. Not thinking, like, in my head, I'm thinking, I already finished for the market for the day.
Yeah,
like, in my head,
it's a good day. Yeah.
like I'm up today, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. I mean, technically, I still was up that day because, I mean, I didn't, you know. But, I mean, I know it's going to be a loss come Monday because I'm like, but you know what? With what you just said about China, et cetera, it might be good enough that those might still do something.
Yeah, we're gonna cross our fingers for it. We got
We'll see.
We got you.
But okay, so Cathie Wood. So what about another name I'm gonna throw out? What about Wall Street Trapper? What do you think?
That's my guy. That's my guy. I was just Woody. I was on Woody. He was at Five's house. And I got my award. I got my award, and I gave him his flowers. I told him, like, you're somebody that made me know that it was possible, because a lot of people think you gotta have, I'm not saying you don't gotta have an education. There's a lot of information out there, but a lot of people, that come from the trenches or the streets all they know is trapping, but he made it look cool. Like, he made Wall Street Trap, like, he made stocks look cool. And that's what I do to the kids. Like, when they come around or they see me at a 4C game or something like that, they think like, oh, you a rapper or something like that, like, nah, I trade stocks. And now they want to know, hey, I can make as much as a dentist, a doctor, or whatever if I trade stocks. Like, yeah, so a Wall Street Trapper is definitely one of them guys that actually, change the narrative for a lot of the culture, whether they want to admit it or not.
I 100% agree. In my book, I have like a little section where it's like, where I never throw any shade. But I was saying that, like, some gurus do X, Y, Z, and I used him as an example of somebody who does the right thing.
Yeah.
So I used him as my example, and I used him because I'm like, I want this book to last a long time, and I feel like he's never gonna let me down. So I can keep
yeah,
because he's never gonna let me down. Because I might say somebody else's name, and you might, and I don't know, you might pull a Shannon Sharp or something like that. Hey, yeah. Yes.
Monetization. We gotta cut out a lot of things.
We ain't gotta cut out that. They'll let that run.
We're taking out the Trump. We taking out the big.
Oh yeah, we did say yeah.
Yeah, we
say
political.
We say Trump, they automatically be like, no, not monetized.
Then that's fair. As long as y'all know that.
Yeah.
As long as y'all know that. That's fair.
We got to edit out. We got to bring this bleep his words. We can say Shannon Sharp. It's fine. Trust me, it's totally fine. They don't care. Matter of fact, the system is probably with that too. They're like, yeah, definitely talk about a black man. Take that. They don't care. That's horrible.
That's right.
They might be mad I said that though.
Okay, well, we're gonna cut that because we're on to you.
Prayers for Shannon.
That's gonna be in the special fan base version.
Prayers for Shannon.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You don't understand risk versus reward.
100%. Hey, listen. You got a position. They come up with any source. They come up with any.
No, he did it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's no story.
I'm not saying he did what she's saying he did, but he put himself in that position because it's just that concept of being above reproach. Like, as you get higher, you can't move the same way somebody else can move.
That's a fact.
And he.
Dr. Umar told him, leave them damn snow bunnies alone. He did not do it. And not only that, you mess with a young snow bunny. No.
Umar, when he was up here, he said something about it. It didn't happen yet. He said, like, he was like, yeah, but, I have fear in my heart for the brother Shannon. That's what he said.
That's what he said. He was sitting right here.
Right.
So I'm letting you know.
I got a fear in my heart for brother Shannon.
Everybody warned him, though. Cat
warned him, too. Yep.
Yeah, so, just saying, listen to your elders. Listen to your freaking elders. Seriously. My first person I ever started like actually listening to as far as like with trading and things like that. I used to work for Oppenheimer. Has no investments. Anyway, there's this like dope person in Detroit, Gail Perry Mason. Have you ever heard of her? she is like the GOAT
Message
when it comes to trading and just everything. Yeah. But yeah, no, she is like so dope, especially seeing like a woman, like
Yeah.
black woman.
That's
Oh my gosh, like, cause like honestly, no shade, but like I need to see more black women like talk about these things, talk about trading. Because Gail's not on social media like that, and I know Wall Street Trapper from what you
There's a lot
mentioned.
of dope female traders out here nowadays.
Yeah, I need to see them more on my algorithm.
Yeah, nah, just follow them.
I need to see them more on my algorithm.
You got Kelly. You got YM Baby that's going crazy.
Who?
YM Baby.
She's actually going viral right now, which is good. Which is going good for her because I feel like every single time, I ain't gonna say dude's name. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah, but don't even say it.
Well, we can cut it out, right?
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you after. But there's a dude that he sometimes he sometimes hates on people a little bit or whatever, and so he was like hating on her pretty hard or whatever, and then she'd come back with her receipts and then turn into like a thing. And so like she started like, and I started looking at her numbers. I was like, yo, her numbers are going crazy right now. I'm like, yo, do they be putting 50 Cent behind the scenes and be like, yo, let's beef real quick so we can whatever?
We should do that.
I was talking to 100K before, and he was actually almost dead serious about like, yo, we should just start beef with each other or whatever.
No, I'm talking about me
We're
and
about
you.
to blow up.
Nah.
I'm gonna start beef with you. I want people they gotta choose your side.
No, just on some like Joe Budden podcast stuff.
Oh yeah, here you go. I can't beef or get no beef with no other traders because I'm not an online person. You might have to come see me. It's not even one. But a lot of times, my thing is this, like trading, like if somebody's doing good in their space, like why are we hating?
Exactly.
Why are we sitting right here hating on them? Why does somebody have to show you what they're doing every day? Or whatever. It's good to be transparent. Like it's good to post your wins and your losses, but don't sit right here and ask me, how I'm feeling my family. Like a lot of these people, they bring a lot of, see, Errol Sato said some dope stuff on time video. He said, I'm not responding to nobody else anymore because you're just trying to get my audience.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, damn, that makes so much sense because that's what a lot of people do. They'll troll. And then when you go back and forth with them, their audience is coming to see what you got going on. Right? I don't know. Keep your own audience. I give everybody flowers. If you're doing good in your space, do good in your space. If you got something to say about T, DM me directly, call me. You know what I'm saying? I'll pull up to where you at.
For engagement.
When meet me at Invest Fest, because I'm usually outside at Invest Fest. We could definitely have a conversation, but please don't stick with me when they have that.
August, right?
Yeah.
I keep saying I haven't decided if I'm gonna get a booth again. I had 2 booths last time, and I'm still like calling people from there. So I probably should do it again. But also, I'm like, it was too much. I burned a lot of energy. I burned, and also, I'm like an extroverted introvert. So, I don't know. Like, I think I got to do it every other year. Like, I think I'm gonna show up, but like do a lot.
Yeah,
I don't think
you got to do the Yeah, you got. I just like walking around, man, and talking to people.
That's what I'm gonna do this year.
That booth, the
booth was mad work.
But yeah, it's a lot. I had one at the first. Actually, I had the second one too. I had one, but the second one I didn't work it. But the first one I worked it. And I'm good. I'm good. I made some money, but I'm good.
The first line did nothing off the first one I did. Like only one I did second time this past year.
Yeah.
But the first time was 2022.
Yeah.
I had 2 booths that time too, but I had 2 small.
So yeah,
they was cheap.
They was cheap.
So I got 2 small booths like across from each other. And me and my boy Brylan, Jamie, DeAndre was there, Corey was there. And we wasn't getting really no type of like traction like that because everybody was going to the big booth. So it's like, if I do this again, I'm going to get gigantic ass booths for no reason. And get 2 of them right next to each other. So I did that this time. So you can't
do a live pod there?
Huh?
Did you go a live pod there?
I should have.
I should have did a live pod there.
Should have done.
Next time I'm going to do that. You mentioned that too.
But you know what?
But no, it's not that I want to listen to you. It's like to move all the material and stuff like that to do.
I mean, it's easy. You got mics, you got us.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
And then people can pull up.
Yeah.
Even though you know how I feel about it, people like on the spot.
Nah, I think that's dope because there's so many entrepreneurs there that you can get to sit by, you can get some clips from. You know, that's just my idea of it all.
2026.
2026.
2025, I'm just going to after parties and stuff. I'm actually get to watch it. I didn't get to watch nothing last year. I had to boost the whole time.
Yeah, I be popping up in the house. I just be popping up with a couple trader people and I just be going about my business. It's a cool event. I think we should leverage it for network. That's all I do. I mean, I go to Invest Fest, I leverage it for network. To be honest with you, most of people that's on the stage, you know, they get inspiration and motivation. But
Yep. Base Papa Cole here.
yeah.
I used to get Invest Fest. I asked him a bunch of times. I'd be in the DMs all the time. Like, hey,
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming soon.
Yeah, you never know. Like you don't shoot your shot. You know, you'll never know when in or not. So yeah.
That will be the day I buy a ticket.
that's when you go.
I swear, when I see you up on there, that's where I'm going. That's what I'm saying.
Now you gotta go to host the podcast.
Well, I'll go if we do that.
Yeah, because you get.
But other than that, she hit me up when it's over. I'll meet you at that.
Well, she was there last time too. She could win. In fact, she didn't. She just was like she was chilling.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm good. I'm just chilling. I'm here to support. I'm on the show. See, I'm on the pictures because her face is on all the stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's me. Yeah.
She was getting.
And people were popping up like, I know you from social media. Oh my goodness.
That'd be the crazy part when like you walking. I was my first Invest Fest. I was walking at like 2 a.m. I was just walking the day and it was nighttime and somebody was like, T, I was like. And he was like, bro, I took some of your classes. I was like, bro, it's 2 a.m. I'm fried. I'm walking downtown Atlanta.
Yo, when you're walking downtown Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, because you can't smoke at a hotel. So I'm like, yo, like, all right. He like, yeah, man. Can I holler at you? I said, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. So I said, just DM me. He was like, all right, I got you. But I don't think he ever DM me. But or it could have been a setup to definitely went back in the hotel because my eyes definitely be on. And I was like, yeah, let me go back inside. Let me go back in the hotel.
That was probably very smart.
That was incredibly intelligent.
Yeah.
Because you know, it is. I used to be weird whenever somebody would like come up to me and say like, hey, I know who you are or whatever. Now I don't really care, but it's more off. It's not off-putting, but it's more weird because it's not like you just on social media. I'm not like I'm not a celebrity, so it's like so I'm not in the zone where like I'm thinking that. Yeah. And I think I said we weren't recording when I said this to Brooklyn, but now we're recording right now. I was at Kroger, right, and I had on, and I'm a big dude, so some of my t-shirts are old. From like before, I'm just trying to buy some groceries real quick and leave, right? I got kids and stuff, right? So I have one of my t-shirts that I got no business having on, right? Like it's got on my jeans or whatever. If I had taken my shirt off, like I had on because it was hot.
Yeah.
So I had
a wife.
So I basically had on, it wasn't the wife beat, it was a regular white t-shirt that, you know, the Winnie the Pooh style with like my it's like right here. I was trying to run in and come out. And then somebody see me and was like, oh, I was like, oh, come on, man. Not right now. I feel like if I had my clothes on, you wouldn't have talked to me. I feel like you're talking to me right now because you see I look crazy.
They ready to slaughter you. I'm not right now. No, I didn't been like that. I used to, I had a penthouse downtown in my city. And then I would go next door just to kick it. So I'm not about to dress up to go next door. Oh my God, I was just trying to say, it was a dude that had a security uniform on. He walked up to me and he was like, hey, black man. And I was just like, oh, what's up? He was like, yeah, man. I took a few of your courses. And I was just like, I'm in here drinking. I'm teed up. Like, it was been a long week. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, that's dope. We like, yeah, try to have a conversation. I'm just like, how can I be polite to tell you this is not the time? Like, you know, and you got to kind of deal with that. Like, I'm always trying to be a people person, but at the same time, we human beings, we got stuff going on. I'm like, y'all just have a long week. I'm not trying to talk to you right now. Respectfully, though.
Yeah, respectfully. Because you never know what people are going through, what they got going on.
Yeah.
The type of day they've had.
It was a long week, so, but, you know, I'm still a normal person. You can walk up to me and talk to me and have a conversation, but, you know, I might keep it short. I'm not really, and that's another thing. Like, people think I'm a people person because I got high energy. I started trading because I was an introvert. Like, I started trading because you telling me all I need to do is open this laptop.
Exactly.
You telling me all I need to do is open this laptop and I can not talk to nobody and I can make some money.
I don't gotta make a call. I don't gotta talk to a client. I don't gotta. That's literally the best. Literally the best part.
Introverts excel at trading because they're like, I'm not gonna have to get nervous or anything. I don't have to deal with anybody. My best friend forced me to teach him. Like, I was going to teach my son, and then he forced me to teach him. And then he's like, yo, you could do this full time. You could, like, teach other people. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And then, I started to realize, I'm very heavy on God. I'm like, walking obedience. And I went to church like 2 weeks ago. I went back to my city and he said something crazy. He said, basically, when they broke the loaves of bread, and he gave to the disciples to feed the congregation, they fed the congregation, but the miracle that was missed in that him feeding the congregation was his disciples not one time ate in that scripture. So what I got out of it was, when God gives you something, it's your job to give it to the people. It's not for you. He's using you as a vessel to help other people. So I will be doing a disservice for him to giving me this gift if I wasn't teaching anybody. So it can easily be removed from me if I don't teach anybody. So that's how I look at it, right? It's like LeBron could have been the best basketball player, which he is, by the way. We'll throw that out there. But anyway.
Cut the podcast, please. Jesus Christ.
Ohio,
oh, my God.
Ohio in the building. But
that's where you're from?
Yeah.
Okay, makes a lot of sense now. We gotta start asking these questions. Where they from? Zodiac sign.
No sadness allowed. But anyway, I feel like, if you're not being obedient, you're not following your sermon, so it can easily be taken away. So I continue to teach people or do, things for free here and there. But sometimes some people just be expecting stuff to be free. And it's like, yo, you don't know what it took for me to get here. Like,
how do you deal with that when people ask stuff for free?
It depends on the circumstance. Some days I might be like, yeah. Some days I might be like, nah. I mean, shoot your shot. Like, hey, it asked. If not, usually sometimes though, to be transparent, I'll give my course away for free because 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna do no way. When you give away something free, it just sits there.
No investment, no loss.
Think about this, right? You can go to the pantry and get canned goods. You're not might want to cook those. But if you go to the store and you buy them, you're more likely going to be inclined to use them. A lot of people don't take free information, or they'll buy a $7 ebook and think like, why didn't I make
Shade. My ebook is $7.
She didn't even hear the finish her statement. I said they'll buy a $7 ebook and expect to make $1 million. If everybody could buy a $7 ebook and make $1 million, we will all purchase a $7 ebook.
$7.77.
Oh, that's a good number. I see what you did at this marketing. His marketing. Listen, I mean, so when they buy a low tier product, or like my course was like $300, I started giving it out for free because if you're really interested and you learn that information, you're going to have questions. And then when me having questions, I'm going to say, okay, join my community as reoccurring so you can get more information versus DM me, because I'm not obliged to or obligated to respond to you, right? But if you're inside of my community and you're inside of family, so now you're paying to talk to me at a period of time. So if you're paying to talk to me, I now have to talk to you. I now have to respond. But some people aren't even willing to pay that. And if you're not willing to pay that, you don't want to be successful. You don't. If I've sat right here and paid for people's programs, I'm talking about I've been in Ian Dunlap's program, and I'm talking about why I'm at the. If your mentor doesn't have a mentor, then he's not a real mentor. Mm-hmm. I'm forever a student. Like right now, my shout out five is my mentor. Like I've been locked in with bro for a minute, and he's always excelling to the next level. And it's like, okay, why wouldn't I continue to pay somebody that's going up in order to help me get to the next level, right? So, and you got to add value at what space you want to. So I'm not just about to pay you just to give me all that information. No, I'm going to go figure some stuff out that I can bring to the table, because if I can bring something to the table, now I can exchange something, which fair exchange and no robbery. You don't always have to pay people in money. You can pay people in information. Mm-hmm. So if somebody wants to buy that $7.77 ebook, but if they came to you with a $7.70 worth of value, they can sit right here. They may have a restaurant and say, hey, my meal costs this, but in exchange for that ebook, can I feed you there or something like that? So we got to get in the in the habit of understanding how to bring value to a table because it's not always money. You may not always be in a financial position to pay me, but you may be a barber, right? And you fire at cuts, but you can't afford to pay me for my mentorship. You learn how to trade. All right, just come out here for free. And then we'll figure it out down the line. So we got to get in understanding of bartering, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. And the crazy thing, definitely give some flowers to M500 every single time, you know. And I've been, I think that's when we first met too, Recession Proof, right? I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, but he is always moving up. He's always moving forward, and everybody that's attached to him, that actually like listens to him, etc., like they don't have anything bad to say. You can't really say that about other people, because people can say whatever they want to say about, like, you know, people are always gonna hate or whatever. But you judge a tree by its fruit.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fruit on his Recession Proof tree.
Yeah, nah, bro's definitely one of the goats. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
one of he might be the goat. He might be. He not. People always try to give it to people who was first. People from that, from 05 or 02, like when stuff really started moving. But really, it's like, since the pandemic era, like, who's really messing with him?
One of them. Yeah, nah, he went out. We was in the Bahamas, and a couple of us at the PJ did the Bahamas like a month ago. It was like a month ago. It was like a month ago, and we was racing on the jet skis. He said, "Let's race and go back." And I was like, "All right, bet." Like, and then we raced. He smoked me. I'm like, he smoked me. All right, bro smoked me. But that's not my mindset. My mindset is I don't got nothing to prove to you. I still got a lot to learn. We've been 148 laws of power. Everybody's trying to master, right? So I'm okay with taking a back seat because we got the same common goal to get to where we need to go. You get what I'm saying? So we have to sit right here and take everything in. I'm not looking at it from, he's a man or my first ever mentor was a woman. Let's talk about it, right?
Ooh, what was her name?
Paula. Shout out Paula Williams. My first ever mentor was a woman. And she taught me basically how to move far as in business. So I need y'all to understand a lot of men are prideful to not get information from one other man, right? Or they're prideful to not get taught by a woman. When that's why I'm not discriminating against anything. If you got some information or whatever the case may be to help me excel to another level, then I'll pay for that. You know what I'm saying? We got to start understanding we got to pay to play. We got to get these rooms and actually understand that if you have a goal to get somewhere, nobody's self-made. That's false. Anybody that sits right here and says they're self-made, they either got the information from somebody else, they didn't create it. Nothing is created. Everything is just relearned and understood. So we have to sit right here and pay or have some type of value to give, to barter, to go ahead and excel where we're going. See, if you were speaking at InvestFest, you won't have to pay for a booth.
That's probably true. Exactly.
He comes with one. So now, instead of having a goal of paying for a booth, let's get the goal to get on stage. So we don't have to pay for no booths anymore.
You're right. Anybody can book me anytime, though, by the way.
Yeah, let's add the booking link somewhere lower down here. Because I'll be there too. So 2 in the
She's
morning.
going to be outside like she was that one.
Yeah, I'll just be there,
Cool. Well, yeah, then it's beautiful to see, like the movement of just in general, just people care more about financial literacy, people care more about emerging technology, people care more about business, etc. Like in this since like the 20s came, it's almost like like the Roaring 20s from the 1920s. I feel like this is like the Roaring 20s for the Black community. That's real.
Yeah, no,
it's real.
That's why I feel like it is. Like, I feel like we're gonna look back on this, and we're 100 years removed. We didn't get to participate in the last Roaring 20s because 1921. You know what they did? To Black Wall Street.
Yeah, Black Wall Street.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like the pandemic happened and like it made the Black community talk to each other more.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happened, people just started saying like, yo, we should be trading information. We should be doing this. We could teach each other. We could roll this. Like we talked so much and created so much opportunity. And so bad things came from it. It's always going to happen. And it's a lot of great things that came from it. I just know for a fact, like my grandkids are going to be like, oh, you lived through the 2020s. You was there for the pandemic. You saw everybody make money. What was you doing, Dad? Granddad, what was you doing? I had a podcast. I came out, started up, I raised venture capital. I just
you got a story to tell. Yeah, a lot of people not gonna have a story to tell in regards to being through the recession. And if you look at it, I mean, I don't you know, I'm not gonna ask you your age or anything. You look pretty young.
Thanks.
But far as if you look at it, we lived through recession. Think about it. 08. Right? And then you look at 2020. I think it was another recession. Wow, because I was born in 92.
I'm 88.
Okay.
Yeah, but you had your,
okay. All right.
So you had 01, you had the craziness that happened post the dot-com boom and et cetera.
Yeah, that's right.
That was crazy, right? I'm like, you're so ridiculous.
The dot-com bubble burst.
Yeah.
You had that. You had 2008. You had the Great Recession, right? You had the BS from 2016. You had the pandemic in 2020, right? And it's like if you're a millennial, which all of us actually are, you know, all three of us. I'm just older than you.
Just a little less young.
A little less young. But like we have been through cycles of just recession, all ups and downs. Yeah. So it's like you have to know how to like get it. Like what's Lil Wayne say? You gotta get it
how you live.
No, not get it how you live. Yeah, get it in a drought. How to get it in a drought.
Nah, and that's the thing. Like, it's all about what you do with your time. Like, to go back to Wall Street Trapper, he said, I spent my time studying and stuff like that while he was alive. So it's all about what you do with your time. Was you and I, unfortunately, I was at the post office, so I was still going to work. But at the same time, it's like, what are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your 24 hours? Like, I'm about to get on a flight. I'm not going to sleep on my flight. They say that the brain actually works better at higher heights. So guess what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to stay up and I'm going to work. I'm going to put in more work. Like I said, the market opens up at 6. I land possibly, I think I might sit on a flight, but I'm going to land and I'm going to immediately trade and I'm going to chart to say to myself tomorrow, we have to sit right here. If your goal is to, let's say, make $1 million. If your goal is to make $1 million, what are you doing every day to get to that goal? Because it's not going to come in. And it starts as small as making your bed. It starts as small as not hitting snooze on that alarm clock. It starts at finding small things to shift your habits. I'm reading this book called Atomic Habits. This is the second time I read it.
That's a good.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing. What are you reading? What are you placing inside of your body, right? Because at the end of the day, we have to physically work out, but how's your mental? Like, how's your mental? Are you going in therapy? Are you reading? Or how are you spending your time? I read a book a month. I think the last book I read, Atomic Habits, Marketing Wizards, Trading in the Zone, or Spiritual with the Superior Man, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. These are all fire books that.
Oh, I literally. I was about to expose myself. Never mind.
Nah, go ahead. You good.
I gave like those 3 books to my ex.
And he gave them to you?
Literally. What's a Superior Man, Atomic Habits, and...
Did you give it as like a shady thing? Like,
yeah, I was being shady.
That's 100% a shot.
Yeah, I was being shady.
If somebody gave me those books, I would be like, yeah, you're telling me to change my whole life. Like, because that's what the books do, though. The book, and that's another thing, like, they say about, our culture is you want to keep something from them, put it in the book. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So I still read hardcovers of books and things like that to always expand my knowledge. And sometimes we forget what was actually in those books. So you can go back and read them over again. So it's very important that we continue to grow. Like I said, I'm forever a student. I'm going to continue to pay my way. I'm going to continue to study. I'm going to continue to learn because I don't want to be 70 years old looking like, damn. Like you said, we made a recession proof. I've came in this game and I've seen so many people just like, it's like coming into the league in the NBA, right? You come into the NBA and you got your draft class. And I've seen so many people, now I don't want to say fall off because everybody goes to their home stuff.
I'm sorry.
Oh, because everybody goes through their own stuff. But I've seen some people, take a backseat for personal reasons. I've seen some people excel, or lap somebody multiple times. And if you're conservative and you're okay with, hey, I made enough money, I want to go off the grid, I get that. But I'm never complacent. Like, I'm sorry. Like, oh, I made $1 million. Okay, I made 2 million. Okay, now I want 10. Once I get to the 10, it's not what I want to make, it's what I can do with the 10. Now I can expand. Cause like I said, if your goal is to wake up and make more money than me, you're going to lose every time, because money is not pushing me. It's the purpose behind it. It's the households that I got to feed, the people that I got to take care of, the goal orientated, person that I am. This is not what I do, it's who I am. So I'm not just somebody that trades stocks. Like if I just wanted to trade, I would just trade and make it look cool. No, I'm trying to actually show the next generation. I'm trying to show that kid that's looking at everybody go up on stage with their college offers and things like that, and he's sitting there clapping for him, wondering where his turn is going to be, because that was me. So to be transparent, if we go back and look at my high school class, I didn't get a college offer. I'm richer than anybody that was in my class because of the decisions that I made. Not saying they can't get there, they can't pass me, but I had to not wait my turn. I had to make my turn. I had to execute. I knew college wasn't for me because I knew I was going to fuck off with the girls. I was going to play the game. This is when 2K was hot. You know what I'm saying? I was going to play the game. Yeah. I was going to drink and I was going to kick it, and I wasn't going to get anything from it. Your time is your best currency. It's not money. How you spend your time is where everything else lies. So I decided to actually lock in the lab and change my life. And then if you need to stay down for 2-3 years just to be able to pop out for the next 10, that's what you got to do. Some people aren't willing to go dormant and come out and make something of themselves. So this is not an overnight success. This is something that's been in the making since I want to say 2017 when I started my first business. We had 2021. So I'm on a 10-year run. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody is just now getting introduced to me, I've been making money a long time. It's just been in different aspects. I didn't like the internet. Once again, I'm an introvert. I did not like the internet. My homie made me get on the internet. He like, bro, you gotta get Instagram. This is when Clubhouse was popping. He like, bro, you gotta get on Clubhouse. Then on Clubhouse, I started talking about stocks. Everybody quiet. I'm like, oh, shit, I talk too much. They're like, nah, we don't know none of this information. And I'm like, no, what? Why don't y'all know this stuff? And it's like, you'll be shocked that who you expose to information by just having a conversation with them. So the goal started being to impact way more people versus make more money. And now that I'm walking with a purpose, can't nobody hustle me, because what I'm doing is bigger than what they're doing it for. Exactly.
When did you realize your purpose, though?
When I found myself. So I read The Superior Man, and then it said something. It said a bar in there. It said, do not chase a woman. It said, don't chase.
I highlighted that for him.
A woman. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
It said, don't. Oh, she read it then. Okay.
Heck yeah. I wasn't just about to just say something before reading it.
Yeah. It said, does not chase a woman. Chase your purpose, because if the person is for you, they'll be aligned with your purpose. And if you're chase that person, you'll harbor resentment because your dream won't work out.
Arthur, it's time. Do it.
See, you have too much insider information.
So when you align with something, everything is going to work out in its favor. So my alignment was to chase my dream with my purpose. And I don't have any resentment or regrets to the decisions that I made to get to where I'm at, because at the end of the day, this is my life. You know what I'm saying? So if I chased having a friendship with someone, or I chased staying in my city, I will harbor resentment towards whatever predicament that I'm in, and I might not be as successful. So I felt as if, so I'm currently in Florida, so I felt as if God told me to go to Florida to expand my network. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. Florida? Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, cool.
Dope. Yeah, so I'm in.
You might end up seeing me there next year.
Hey, look, pull up.
Really?
Pull up.
I want to move there.
No, it's dope.
Oh, Miami.
It's dope. Miami a little too dope, but too young. You can slide them on. It's a lot of Dallas for that.
Girl, here, 2 years apart. Talking about young. Okay, I'll take it though.
So yeah, that's really how you got to move far as in life. That's why I read, so I can always expand and change my perception on certain type of things.
When did you move from your hometown?
So, I moved probably like a month or two ago.
Really? Oh, it's
A
fresh.
month or two.
Okay.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I flew here. I was like, damn, it's gloomy. I'm so used to waking up to sunshine.
All right, now this is the one
We
day.
eat Wakanda alone, okay?
Oh yeah, listen. I lived here in 2019 pre-COVID. It was
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Pre-COVID.
this is where I seen all the entrepreneurs when I used to work for the post office. It was people like, yeah, I got a little money back. Yo, video shooting. I'm like, you lying? That was FaceTime. I'm like, damn, why you work here? You get money like that? What's going on? And I start seeing, people in the Hellcats I'm like, yo, y'all getting money off this check. I'm like, what are they paying y'all? Because I'm not making this money. But I realized they was just using it as another source of income. They didn't really need. You know what I'm saying? They were just using it as another source of income, but the network was so vicious. So when I got back to Ohio, I'm like, yo, we gotta turn this shit up. Like, we gotta sit right here and get active. They down there beating us. So, the people in my city, shout out to my cousin C, I do Adrian, I can name a lot. DJ, like I can name a lot. I form my own Avengers. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's cool.
you gotta get money with people and then make it look cool. You know what I'm saying? So when we was traveling, we throw events, and I got an event next week, May 17th, the Boss Maker Conference. And everybody flying down to come rock at my event. If they throw an event in my city, I fly down there. It's kind of like the circle of CEOs. You gotta keep it in the room and put everybody in the room together and get money with other people, so that's the goal.
Where's well, I guess this isn't even for the episode because it's, by that time it's going to have passed. But where's the Boss Maker Conference at?
May 17th, Fort Lauderdale, Florida is going down. It's going down. It's the second annual one. Going crazy. Shout out my guy, Tony from Stick With Us Delivery. He runs the cargo van space. Bro's a dog. Bro runs the cargo van space. If you got a cargo van or you plugged in with a cargo van, he goes crazy. He's cargo van. He can show you how to make 6 figures plus on it. And he got hella receipts. So yeah, definitely going down to Florida. So look, when this drop, I'm gonna just put it in the highlight video on top of the.
Right.
Yeah.
What made you choose Florida though?
Yeah.
Really?
Before I make a move on anything, I pray on it. So, it was either Dallas or Florida. And
Dallas or Florida.
Yeah. I like where Black excellence is. So, I can't move that none of y'all. Sorry. But anyway, yeah. No,
Why you say that?
It's a nice spot. Atlanta's nice. It's just fast paced. What?
Yeah.
You charging me $75 to get a boo off my car that I was parked there 3 extra minutes is crazy work.
That's why you Uber places.
That's just crazy. That's crazy. Then the Ubers are, no, I'm good. Yeah. But, yeah, Florida. Yeah, I pray on anything before I actually take the move. So, it was green lighted to go to Florida. So I'm going down to Florida. So who knows? I might end up in Dallas still. I might, wherever I feel like home is, in your heart. I don't feel like it's a place.
Oh, that's so cute. I just told my brother my home is wherever he is.
Oh, no.
Happy birthday, Harry. Okay. Sorry. To give him another shout out. It's my little boy's birthday.
Dope. Happy birthday, Harry.
Question. When it comes to teaching, and a student let's just say, has no clue about anything, how do you approach them versus someone who has a little bit of experience?
I'm my community. If I ever went to college, I was going to go for communications.
Really?
So yeah. So if you did real estate, I will explain stocks like real estate. I just broke down the house. If you sold cars, if you were a nurse, I will break it down in the field that you understand so you can comprehend it better and it can be within your subconscious. So you're not studying and looking at notes. You will understand it to a T because you're relating it to something that you already know.
And that's how every teacher should do a
T. Yeah. 2 E's.
Oh, that's funny. You should do a t-shirt like that.
That's fire. I might get up that, but the options merch for sure. That's all I like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, is there any final things that you want to say?
That's a good question. The final thing I want to say. I want to tell the person that's sitting right here trying to figure life out. I need you to figure it out today. I need you to sit right here. I need you to go pray. I don't know if they got to cut that out or whatever for the monetization.
Oh, no. YouTube fucks with...
Okay. Wow. Keep that in there, please. Keep that in there. Yeah, keep that in there. But no, you should go pray and you should go have a clear mental space and just bet on yourself, man. Forget them parlays. You don't know if Brown gonna get hurt. You don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Well, he did, so definitely don't ever put him on your parlay.
The disrespect, oh my God. But anyway, so you don't know if Curry gonna get hurt, but you know that you're gonna be able to give yourself the most opportunity and chance. So why not risk it on yourself? Why wouldn't I sit right here and lay everything I have on the line because I know I'm gonna get all myself? So I don't. If you sat right here and you said and you had me. I'm gonna keep saying LeBron because I like LeBron. No diddy. But if you sit right here and say I got a half-court shot and LeBron got a half-court shot, I'm going to take that shot. I'm going to take that shot because I can deal with me missing that shot. I can't deal with me knowing that I gave a person that's been in the league so long, arguably the greatest player ever, which he is, arguably the greatest player ever, a shot and he missed it. I couldn't sleep at night, but guess what? I can sleep at night knowing that I missed that shot. So always bet on yourself.
That sounds like love of mentality, actually.
Yeah, it's just giving more enough.
Hey, you're from Kobe. but look, Brown from the O. I got it. From the O. Gotta go with the O team.
Well, that'll conclude our episode. I really appreciate you coming down. We both appreciate you coming down.
I appreciate it.
And we definitely got to have you back again whenever we can. We got to, figure out what we're doing for Best Fest 2026 and all this.
Whenever the episode drop, it might be dropped before then. We don't know. Whenever the episode drop. But yeah, nah, for sure, bro. I mean, I think that'd be a dope idea just to have previous guests that's going to Invest Fest pull up for a seat at the at the Invest Fest just live, just pop out. That's going to bring a lot of people to the booth. A lot of attention to the booth. So yeah, that's what Aristotle did. He did and he had all his members come to the booth and get an interview on.
What's the biggest myth about building wealth through the stock market?
It's the biggest myth about building wealth through the stock market. I think the biggest myth is that the stock market is always going to be bullish. Honestly, I know it's been solid since like 1957. But for some reason, the way that the world is going, I don't think it's going to always be bullish. It's my opinion. I think, so many sectors out there that's going on. Like at one moment when COVID was around, the medical sector was popping. For a minute now, AI is popping. So all the tech sector is popping. So I technically don't think it's going to always be bullish, but we'll look 20 years from now and find out.
We'll see. If you lost everything and had to start over tomorrow, what's your first move?
Leveraging my network because my name is good, my credit is good before anything. So I can call 5 people right now to give me $100,000 just on consignment. So I would, if I had to lose everything and start again, I would leverage my network.
What are the signs someone should not be trading right now?
If you listen, if you're not gonna put no money, if you're not willing to put no money up, if you're not willing to lose any money, if you're not in a clear mental space, and you're at a need for some type of quick, fast money, do not trade. You're going to lose every time. I don't care. Because rather you get that money fast or not, you're going to eventually lose it because you're going to think it's going to continue to happen like that, and it's not.
Man, they call me Mr. CTO. I'm the one that you should call when you're learning code. Success follow me around if you didn't know. From the bottom, so the top, the only way to go. Yeah, man, they call me Mr. CTO. I'm the one that you should call when you're learning code. Success follow me around if you didn't know. From the bottom, so the top, the only way to go. Got in this game from a humble beginning, but now we winning. Came up